Okay, so I feel like I have to like really rebrand myself and kind of convince people, especially people who don't know who the fuck I am, like what this show's even about, because it's like I feel like every time I come back to YouTube, it's always something different. And that's okay with me because I'm like, this is my channel. I'm like, I do what I want with my channel. But like for people who want like a specific content, I'm like, I can't guarantee you that it's going to be the same thing over and over again, which is a good thing, I guess. But, I just feel like I got to rebrand myself because, like, what do I even do on YouTube anymore? What do I do on YouTube? Lately I have been loving what I've done the most recent times that I've been on YouTube, though. So if you guys are new to my channel, hi, I'm Riley. Okay, I am transgender and I use she, her pronouns. And so for the most part, my channel is mostly talking about like trans and LGBT related content and also horror because I'm a big horror fan. If you guys can't kind of tell by some of my stuff, I tried to make my bookshelf at least a little more horror related. Um, but I know I got like horror and then I got horror up here. So it's like, and then of course the LGBTQ representation behind me as well. So I feel like this was a great like little setup I have here. Also, this was a pain in the ass to set up because for starters, I don't have a good tripod, so I'm using one of those like those Christmas popcorn tins. I have a really nice Star Wars one that my sister got me, and that's what I'm using to stand you guys up here. This is how I'm this leveled. Otherwise, you guys would be looking more at an angle up or an angle coming down here if I would have set you guys on my chair. But then I was like, then I won't have a chair. This was a nightmare. Okay, this was a hard setup to do. Okay, so please appreciate my work and please also leave a like if you like this video at the end of the day. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, I love talking about anything like related to my community, whether it be the gay community or it be my horror community, okay, because those are like my two favorite things in the whole world. And so I don't know if a lot of you guys remembered, but when I had like kind of I don't want to say quit YouTube, I kind of want to say like I kind of just went on like my biggest hiatus where it's like I think I went like months without like filming anything. I want to say like maybe like more than 6 months actually. Without posting anything, filming anything. I rebranded myself and I kind of made my channel to be more of like a horror movie kind of related content where it's like I'm gonna review horror movies and stuff, and I had fun with that. And then I kind of just went wild and started doing all these other stuff like vlogging and cooking and stuff like that, which don't get me wrong, I love those videos, but I just felt like that just wasn't what I wanted to be doing on YouTube, as much as this type of content. So yeah, up until recently, like before I took another break from YouTube, because you guys know I always do. Yes, another thing you should know about me, I am one of the worst up-to-date YouTubers to be up to date with her content. Okay, so it's hard for me to keep up. Okay, I do this for fun and only for fun, so it's kind of hard, especially when I'm going through it, and especially when I've been sick, because I've been sick for like the past month. I've been pretty sick for the past month, like so yeah, it's been really hard for me to get a constant flow of like filming, recording, doing all these things and stuff. So I just don't do that type of stuff, as often as I want to. So I kind of wanted to die down a little bit of what I was doing, whereas like I was making sure to vlog every week, like I was making sure to have something to make, to eat, that I can film, make content, and it was just so much work because it was like the setting up and stuff like that. I mean, I'm just like, oh, like it's just too hard. It was too hard for me to just like be putting this much effort when it's like I'm only doing this for fun. Like I'm not even getting paid for these videos, and I'm just like going out of my way, so it's like I wanted to kind of dial it down with what I was doing on YouTube and stuff like that, and I kind of wanted to start making more content that just felt more close to home for me, Whereas, like, before, like, I was doing videos, like I said, like, I was like cooking and stuff like that. Whereas, like, nowadays, like, I want to use my channel to talk about real personal things that I go through, being the person that I am, so, like, I've done some story time videos and things like that, where I just basically talk about my struggles of being transgender and stuff like that. And so it's like that's kind of what I enjoyed doing. I loved talking about just like trans culture, what it's like being trans, especially in this day and age, and just like problems like that I've like faced myself. Obviously I can't speak for everyone. I know that as a community we are struggling right now, and we are in like probably one of the worst times to be ourselves right now. But it's like, frankly, like, when was it ever peaceful? You got to think back, like, yeah, we had moments where like shit was great, but it's like, was it? Has it ever been? I feel like it probably hasn't. And so I like doing these types of things, and I did also continue on with my podcast though. So if you guys do want to hear more of like my personal life, my struggles, anything related to my journey of being trans and all that, my transition and everything you need to know, I do talk about these things on my podcast, which is available on Spotify. It is called Help Me, I'm Scared, by Riley Molina, of course. And you guys can check it out. I will hopefully have a link for it in the description, if I remember, because like I said, I'm one of the worst YouTubers at like being a YouTuber. Like I'm the type of person that's like, yo, hit that link. It's in the description, and then like there's nothing in the description. Like I'm that type of person, and I apologize. Oh my god. So yeah. The podcast is still going. I still film episodes weekly, so there's definitely more on there that I've been doing than on here. You may have noticed, if you guys have been subscribed to my channel for a while, that the podcast isn't really on YouTube anymore. And the reason for that is because I feel like it was just so much easier for me to just like handle doing a podcast if it would just be audio. Not that I don't want to do video format, obviously I like the idea of like video podcasts and stuff, but it's like I just don't have the energy to do it sometimes. So it's like it's just so much easier to just plug my mic in and just talk. I don't gotta worry about setting up. I don't gotta worry about like doing my makeup or like I filmed episodes naked before, guys. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, like it's just so much comfortable for me to do this if it's only like my voice. So yeah, I mean, if it's something you guys would want to check out, you guys definitely can check it out. Like I said, I'll try to leave the link in the description, but you guys can also look it up on Spotify. It is once again, Help Me, I'm Scared. And so yeah, I want to continue doing a little bit more like queer related content on here as well, of course. Like I would love to do that, but I also want to continue using my channel for what I was using it before, and that is horror content as well. I love talking about horror movies, like especially right now that like October's coming up, spooky season. Girl, we've been in it already. Okay, those of us who love horror and spooky and everything like that. Autumn is like officially here, and like I'm just so happy that like I get to wake up and like it's so cloudy outside. Like, oh my god, like it's sunny out today, but like there's clouds. Like, bitch, there's clouds. I love it so much. Also explains why the lighting is a little shitty, because I just love admiring the atmosphere in my room. My light's not on. I don't have a ring light on because I don't got anywhere to put it over here. So I just have the light reflecting from my window. And yeah, so yeah, enjoy the shitty lighting, okay? So yeah, I want to talk more about horror again. Okay, I want to go back to talking about horror movies, maybe talking about horror books. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned to you guys that I am a part of a horror book club. Love my people. Okay, love my book clubs. Haven't been to them in a while just because like I've been having so many issues with my life recently. I mean, like I said, I've been sick. I haven't been around any of my friends lately. Like I have not been around with any of my friends anymore. Like, I haven't seen my book club in a while. Like, I haven't been with my best friend in a while. Like, I haven't seen my mans. Like, I'm just like, I want out of this fucking house. Like, I'm just so tired of just being here. You know what I mean? So yeah. But also, there's been more that's happened, and if you do want to know what happened, you can listen to it on my podcast. Okay? I'm just leaving it up to the imagination. Okay. So yeah, I want to talk about horror movies and stuff, and horror books possibly, if like, I read enough horror books, because I obviously I know more about horror movies and horror books, just because like I only got into horror books last last October. So and horror movies have been around for me since I was in middle school. So yeah, I definitely want to do that on here. I have wanted to like do my reviews on like all the newest horror movies that have come out this year. I just kind of felt like, does anyone really care right now? Like, like I kind of just thought to myself, like, there's been movies that I've been falling behind on talking for a while, and I just think, like, do you guys really care? Like, do people care? Like, I don't know. Like, I just kind of asked myself, like, Riley, do people really care what you think about the movie 28 years later right now? Like, I feel like, I don't know. Is it just because like the movie's been out for a while and like you can now, I think, rent it and buy it digital? I don't know. Like, do people care? Like, I feel like when it comes to movie reviews and stuff like that, like people only care when it's like new right now. Like right now I have been watching so many reviews on the movie Him. And yeah, when I saw the movie, I was like, I want to do a review. I want to make a review video, and like people can care about that right now, you know what I mean? But it's like, I asked myself, like, do people care about my thoughts on the movie Companion? Like, that movie came out in the beginning of the year. Like, do people care right now what my thoughts are on this movie that came out months ago? Like, I don't know. That's why I'm like, do you guys want to know? Like, do you guys care? Like, and if you don't, like, that's fine. Like, I can just like go as newer movies come out. But it's like, there's been so many movies recently that I just feel like are so worth talking about, whether they're good or bad. I want to give my thoughts, especially because I'm trying to regrow my channel into what I wanted it to be, which was basically like a horror movie review channel. So it's like, I want to talk about these goddamn movies, but I just ask myself, like, will I even get people wanting to tune into this? You know what I mean? Like, I just don't know. But like I said, you guys let me know. Do you guys want that? And even if I do decide to do it, I mean, like, fuck it, why not? Like I said, it's my channel, and like, oh well, uh, but yeah, that's kind of what I do on here, and that's kind of what I want to do on here. Okay. So you guys let me know if channel is something that's like really for you guys. I know there's some of you guys on here who have been watching me regardless of what type of content I make. You guys have been watching me for a while now, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for that. Like, you guys are genuinely like my biggest supporters, and like, I love that you guys always tune into my videos no matter what fucking video I put out. Like, it just means the world to me, and like, you guys are honestly just the greatest people ever. Oh my god. But yeah, for all my newer people on here, I hope this video kind of let you know like what to expect on here, because like I said, I want to rebrand my channel, just because like there's just been so much change with my channel. The other day I saw a comment on like one of my recent videos that I've uploaded, and it said something about how somebody compared like me, like in that video, to a video I posted 2 years ago. And they just told me about how like they just see the biggest change in me as a person. Like, they just see like how much I've grown, how much I've changed, and like, my transition and stuff. And like, to me, like, it just like, that just means so much to me, because it's like, I look at myself in the mirror every single day, and it's like, I may not notice the change, but like, if you guys notice it and you guys let me know, like, hey girl, you're doing amazing, like, you're glowing, like, good for you, like, that makes me feel so special, and like, I love it, and like, I just feel so happy. So thank you so much. Like, it just means so much to me, you know. So yeah, leave a like if you guys enjoyed this little topic, and also if you guys feel like this channel is gonna be anything for you guys, um, which, like, no hard feelings if it's not. Totally understanding, you know. But yeah, I just, you know, kind of wanted to do this because it's like I want to start doing videos again, but I do want people to be aware, like, okay, but what is this channel even about anymore? Like, every time she comes back, it's something different. And yes, it may be, but you know what? Creativity, girl. Okay, I am a very creative person sometimes. Sometimes. And yeah, I look forward to hopefully seeing you guys more on this channel. And let's talk about some horror movies, okay? Let's talk about horror movies, okay? Let's have some gay bonding together. I don't know. You guys fucking tell me what you guys would want to see on here. But yeah, if you guys also want to follow me on any of my socials, you guys can follow me on Instagram at Riley's Pink Rose. I will also put it somewhere here on the screen. And also, speaking of Instagram, I don't know if a lot of you guys have noticed, or any of you have noticed if you're not already following me on my Instagram, but I did make a second Instagram account, and it is basically a account dedicated to the trans community. So if you guys would like to help me kind of spread joy to my community and stuff, kind of like share messages and stuff, like, that's basically what I do. Like, I'm not the person that provides like the resources for you to, like, you know, read about this because it's currently going on in our time, you know. Like, I may not have the resource to give it to you guys, but I see it, I share it to my account, I tag the people who have the resources so you guys can go follow them. So it's like everything that I repost on there, I do credit every single person that I get it from. So it's like, you know, I'm not taking any credit for any of these posts or anything like that. Everything's credited to their original creators, and anything that has like any type of article or anything, like, you should like read into it, you guys can always just see who's tagged on there, and those are the people that will have the resources for you guys to read them and stuff. Also, on the bio, I do have the trans lifeline. So if you guys, you know, ever need to try it and all that, it's there. I provide that also for you guys. In case it doesn't work though, I know there's other ones. So there's definitely numbers you can call. I know there's a number for the Trevor Project and stuff like that, suicide prevention and things like that. You know, like, you guys can definitely reach out to people like that. And by the way, this account is also on my regular Instagram's bio. Okay, so the account is at transimformers. Okay, that's trans.m.formers. And you will see my profile picture is my Grogu, who has all this trans pins and stuff. Like, you know, he's got all his trans pins and he's waving his little flag, you know. You will see my profile picture is that. And yeah, you know, like I said, it's just like basically just helping spread information and joy and stuff like that for my own community, because it's like I kind of just fell into this like depression, especially like in the time that we're living in. You know, it's really hard for us trans folks right now. And I kind of just wanted to, you know, spread some light to my own community, because I'm like, you know, a lot of people don't do it. I'm like, so I want to do it for my own community, because, you know, I'm someone who needs it, and I know my community needs it. Okay, so if you guys want to help me out with that, you guys definitely can go follow me at Trans Informers again, and my regular Instagram, of course, at Riley's Pink Rose. Okay, speaking of trans and all that, you guys know how I typically do little hangouts at the end of my videos and stuff like that, and I'll usually mainly talk about like what books I'm currently reading and stuff like that. So I'm actually currently reading another memoir, love memoirs. Okay, I don't read a lot of them because they make me sad, but I do love reading memoirs, and I am currently reading Paper Doll by Dylan Mulvaney. Okay, I have not gone that far into it, as you can tell. I'm not that far in, and this book's already making me sad. So it's like, this is exactly why I don't read memoirs enough. Okay, this is the third transgender memoir that I've owned, and I I cried like in the first like two chapters, and I'm just like, this is why it's so hard for me to get into reading this type of stuff, because it's like, even though it's like, it's good reading, and it's like, you know, it's important information and stuff like that, and it's the life of someone, but it's like, I just cry so much because it's like, I just see myself in you so much. Like, this is just so sad, you know. Also, I think it's cute that the bookmark that I have is a book of the month bookmark that I got in Valentine's Day, I believe. And it just matches it. Like, it's cute. Like, it's all pink on pink. Like, it's just, it's pretty, right? So that's currently what I'm reading. Loving it so far. Getting emotional already, and I'm not even in the middle yet. So yeah, that's what I'm currently reading. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this little talk, and hopefully you guys will want to tune in and watch some more content of mine, because I support your girl, you know, type of stuff. Oh god, I'm like forgetting how to be a YouTuber. All right, I'm gonna go, but I'll see you guys next time. Bye.